7 students were killed
Wow.
during mating season. Fishing season.
Fishing.
Patio lanterns. Lanterns. Patio lanterns. PL podcast. The Caveman. Patio lanterns.
Ted Bundy is not hot.
Whoa. That's a hot take nowadays. You know, is Netflix paying you to say that? Did Netflix get to you, Kurt?
I can confirm Netflix is not paying me to say that. I freaking wish they were paying me to say that. I wish they were sponsoring us or something. But they're not. They're not paying me to say that. But yeah, this is due to all the buzz about those Ted Bundy documentaries or movies or whatever coming out. And the serial killer. And people are saying he's hot. Netflix is kind of like, no, like don't sexualize this psychopath and stuff. Yeah. But I mean, in that one, like there's 2, from what I understand. There's like a documentary, and then there's also like a movie. And the movie has Zac Efron in it as Ted Bundy.
He's a hot guy.
Or Ted Bundy. So yeah, he's a hot guy. So
are you saying
no wonder people were saying that? Oh no, it's Zac Efron is very hot. I just think
the real life Ted or the past life Ted. Is he alive? I don't know if he's still alive.
No, he died.
He's dead. Okay.
He died, or he was in the chair or whatever.
Jeez.
But, I mean, that's classic Hollywood, you know, take an attractive person to play a real life person. But this is like over the top. Like Zac Efron is like the cream of the crop. Ted Bundy is like this. He's probably average at best. I think like I'm looking at photos of him as I do. And like some of them, he just does not look good at all. He's got a little too much. He's got maybe one eyebrow in some of them. Other ones he looks average and best. And then there's pictures of Zac Efron on here, and I mean I'm looking at a comparison here, and it's not close. It's not close.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, that's classic. Netflix has to do that. You got to get the people interested. On a side note, who do you think would play us in the movie of Patio Lanterns?
The movie
casting. Patio. Just like our lives, you know.
Jeez, I don't know off the top of my head. I
think you'd be Dylan Sprouse.
Okay, yeah, I guess that's good, but just
celebrity lookalike.
I don't even know if he acts anymore. I know his brother acts,
like
but
Cole Sprouse. Oh yeah.
Yeah, I guess he can get either one of them. It doesn't really matter.
Yeah, they're twins.
Yeah, they can sub in and out. Okay, we'll go with the Sprouses.
Mm-hmm.
For you, I mean, you could get Jerry Seinfeld. You could get BJ Novak that plays Ryan on The Office. You could get what's his face from like Tropic Thunder and Ben Stiller.
Yeah.
There's a lot for good old Randy. Yeah, Vin Diesel. I mean, you get any combination of people. Yeah, for different stages in your life, usually. Maybe Ben Stiller plays young you, Vin Diesel's you now, Jerry in a little while.
50-year-old
at their current ages.
Playing as a teenager.
Well, you know, the special effects today are incredible. I mean, some of these movies that are coming out. Do you know the actor like Kurt Russell?
Do I know? Yeah.
Okay, so like he's in like Guardians of the Galaxy 2, which is a Marvel movie, and like there's a beginning scene of him and he's like way younger, and they just use special effects to make him younger when in real life he's like 85. And that's common these days. Like, it's crazy. Samuel L. Jackson, I think he's in a bunch of those same movies, and there's flashbacks, and he's got, you know, that youthful smile.
Mm-hmm. That's nice. That's nice to hear. They don't need those like younger doubles anymore.
Yeah, just use all the old guys.
Yeah.
And just use CGI to make them look good.
Make him look good. Zac Efron. Apparently Zac Efron doesn't need that.
No. So we've got a very special episode today.
We should have started with that. Oh.
I know. I wanted to jump right into things, so to get people hooked.
As we do.
Once again, we got another famous guest on the show. Randy, why don't you maybe just drop a couple teases about this guy?
Yeah. So he's the head of the Vancouver Island Sasquatch Investigation Squad, which the Caveman and I are both members of.
Yep.
And, wow, 3,500 members strong in that group. You know, he's a leader in the Sasquatch hunting. I don't want to say business.
He's a big name in the community.
The community. Yeah, the community. He's a big name in the community. I reached out to him last week, hey, Mr. Keith Cook Carlson Ross, do you want to get on the podcast? And he said he'd be happy to be on. So that's going to be the big guest. It's going to be an interesting talk. I just want, before we get him on the show, Kurt, do you believe in Sasquatch or Bigfoot?
Yes, of course. And I wrote an essay in high school, for my argument in that they exist. And so I'm very familiar with the Sasquatch, Yeti, Bigfoot, mountain monsters,
all those
whatever names are out there. Humanoids. I mean, there's some form out there that definitely exists. And I'm very interested to see what Keith Cook Carlson Ross has to say and his run-ins with the big fellow and kind of how it all started and what he's got for us. So, of course he exists. Folks. If you don't think he exists or she exists or it exists, you're just an idiot.
Wow. Okay. Save it for the interview here, Kurt. I mean, we already got one Sasquatch hunter on the show here. We gotta stay impartial a little bit. I mean, I'm on the fence.
I'm heading to the island right after. I'm heading to the island right after to get in on this investigation.
Get over there?
Yeah, you bet.
That's gonna be interesting.
So, anyways, we'll jump into that in a little bit. Can't wait.
We'll
it's
save
gonna
all
be
the good talk for Keith Cook.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Best episode yet, probably too. I mean, all these other guests we've had. I mean, come on, guys.
I mean, literally though, because we had Paul Flart on, and
literally
he couldn't stop doing that.
Couldn't stop farting. Here's a question for you, Kurt. Do you like cheerleaders at sporting events? Do they belong in the sporting world?
I'm very indifferent. They don't when they go on and do their cheers and stuff. I'm not really paying attention. I've seen it at some hockey games where not all teams use that cheerleader thing. Maybe only a few of them do, and it's kind of lame. At football, for example, that's a bit different, and it seems like it's a pretty big part of football. Am I wrong?
Mm-hmm. No, I think it is.
I think it's I think it's okay there. It's okay in the right. Dated? I mean, maybe I don't know about dated, but it just doesn't really interest me. I mean, I want them to jump through fire or juggle knives. I basically want a circus. I want them to walk the tightrope over the field,
endanger their lives.
I mean, and then you see movies like Bring It On, all those cheerleading movies. Those are kind of cool where they have they put on a big event and it's a competition. Football, maybe they should do that and they should have the two cheer squads going at it. And then,
that would be more interesting, to be honest. Bringing
it's two games for the price of one because you're watching a cheerleading competition as well as a football game.
Man, that's a good idea.
So,
and then the cheerleaders just travel with the team everywhere.
Yeah, exactly. If any NFL execs want to hit me up, you can reach me at our Instagram page, and
You're
I'll
welcome.
get back to you right away. But I mean, at the end of the day, I'm indifferent. I don't really care about the cheerleaders that much. What do you think?
Yeah. Sometimes I just think of the UVic, where I went to university, the cheerleaders there, and it was pretty cringy. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, some of it's just it's just not. It doesn't really get anyone fired up is the main thing. But then sometimes you see some cheerleaders, they're putting a lot of effort into there. They're hot, and it's good.
They're
to
hot.
get the crowd going. Yeah. So, but one thing I thought was interesting is that I was looking at someone was telling me that the cheerleaders for the Dallas Cowboys, the football team, they don't even get paid. And I was like, what? That can't be right. And I looked it up, and they only get paid like $20-$25 an hour.
Well,
which is crazy. It was crazy.
Oh, well, yeah. How many hours is that?
Well,
just when they're during the game, or every day, or what?
Yeah, I think it's when they're doing the practices and whatnot. That's got to be a full-time job to be a Dallas Cowboy cheerleader. That's top of the line, and you're making $20 an hour. That's not.
I don't know. That seems about right. I would say if they're working.
I mean, there's
40
probably
hours.
A lot of people chomping at the bit to get on there, but I don't really know much about the cheerleading industry.
There might be more opportunities that come with that, and then obviously you get to
after.
Yeah, sure. You can model. You can get to know the players, the team, all the people around the league, rich people, poor people, middle class people, the mascot. If they're working, I mean, I don't know. That's not the worst wage, I don't think. Especially I didn't think they would make a whole bunch of money.
Oh no, sorry, I wrote down the wrong note here. Excuse me. That was a terrible blunder. Terrible journalistic blunder. What? Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders are getting paid $8 an hour, while mascots are getting paid $25 an hour.
Oh, okay, yeah,
so they're worth a third of a mascot, and that is way off. That is $8 an hour.
Well, mascots are doing more stuff throughout the game, aren't they?
I don't know. Man.
They're
I feel like it's more talent to be a cheerleader, though. A mascot. I could be a mascot. Come on.
Yeah, I mean, mascot, you just got to act like an idiot and run around and
take a picture,
ruffle people's hair and take pictures and pour popcorn on people. And I don't know. You seen Gritty, the new Philadelphia mascot from this year?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's just a wild man. I mean, they probably just grabbed somebody off the street and threw him in a costume and just said, go wild. And
here you go, buddy. Yeah.
So I don't know. That does seem pretty low. $8. Yeah.
I saw the number and I had to bring it up.
I don't know why they would. I don't know. They must get some good dental or something with that, because I don't know why they want to be cheerleaders. And it's a little too low. Even if it's your dream to be a cheerleader for the Dallas Cowboys, it's a little too low. Mm-hmm. I mean, I guess you could hook up with a football player and then you're kind of
Dallas Cowboys. You can't. Apparently, they have explicitly in their contract they're not allowed to hook up with them.
Oh, okay, that kind of makes sense too. But you'll meet another person.
Yeah, some Texans.
Nothing. Yeah. What do you got for me? Okay. Here we go. Okay. How do you eat your banana? Tell it to me. Describe it to me. I want to know.
A process that I've learned from the monkeys, and I've watched some documentaries about not about how monkeys open bananas, but monkeys, and they have bananas, and they tend to open them from the bottom, which is how I open my banana.
Really?
And so I kind of get my thumbnail in there, and I pop open the bottom part, and then the seed's already attached to the peel, and then I just peel it down from there.
So, why do you do that? Just because monkeys do it?
No, because then if you do it from the top, I feel like it's easier to squish it, A, and B, you got to get the seed out at the end. You got to kind of...
What seed?
There's a seed at the bottom of a banana.
What seed? Like this? What do you mean you got to get it out?
You don't want to eat the banana seed.
What seed are we talking about? It's not like an avocado. Like there's not a big pit in there or a peach or anything.
It's a banana seed.
Oh, Well, like, what do you do? What kind of, what does it look
bananas
like?
have to reproduce, Kurt, so they have seeds. And they're bananas. That's part of they spread their seed through the fruit.
Well, anyways, no, just, you don't have to follow monkeys.
You
Monkeys
eat
are,
the seed?
there's a reason why we
Kurt,
evolved out of monkeys.
Monkeys know bananas way more than like,
Monkeys
human would.
are
Monkeys love
stupid
bananas.
apes.
Monkeys know more about bananas. Shut your mouth. Monkeys know more about bananas than you.
Monkeys
ever
don't know what
would,
they're doing.
You didn't even know
They
that
wish
bananas
they
had
were
seeds.
like
You didn't even know
Sasquatches.
bananas had seeds. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. You think a monkey's
Monkeys
stupid.
are
God.
stupid. End of discussion. Oh, about the
Okay.
monkeys, but I still got to go on here. So mainly I was asking, like, I got a guy here, guy at work, and he eats a lot of bananas. He goes through his bananas like crazy. So he'll take his banana and he pulls the peel right off. He slips it right off, and then he carries around this freaking naked banana in his
He raw
grasp.
dogs it after.
He raw dogs the banana and he just carries it
yeah.
around the office, munching on it basically. And I definitely don't do that. I peel it just enough so I have a nice handle, and then I just eat the bare banana part. I'm holding onto the exterior so my hands don't get all sticky and gross and blah blah blah. So what do you think that's weird? Because I think it's weird.
I think it's weird, especially at the office, just walking around munching on that thing. That guy's. You should probably see someone about that. I mean,
Sometimes he eats it like an ice cream cone too.
Oh, just
Like
kinda
if it's
the
a
little
soft
stringy
one.
parts off.
Yeah, like he
like a
uses his
little
tongue
cheese
like
string.
crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, like a cheese string. Like exactly. I don't know. I think it's kind of weird. So
what do you do with
I
your seeds?
I just eat
The
them.
banana seeds. You eat the banana seed?
Yeah, I eat the whole thing. I eat the peel after too,
Oh my god!
because that's half the nutrients.
Yeah, that's true. I eat the peels on kiwis. I think that's they're good.
I don't eat kiwis.
Oh,
It's kind of a political stance.
do tell.
No, I don't want to. I'm not ready.
It's, some scars run too deep, huh?
Yeah. But I don't eat kiwis ever.
You're missing out.
Where kiwis even come from?
New Zealand.
That's right.
Yeah,
They call people
tropics.
kiwis, don't they?
they do. Yeah, there's
They
a
say,
kiwi
hey.
fruit. There's a kiwi bird. There's the people are kiwis.
Right.
So there's a lot.
Man,
I'm
that's
not very
weird.
original down there. I
Wow.
don't know. Yeah. I don't know, dude. Yeah. But anyways, rise and grind culture. I sent you the article, right? Did you have a look through?
Are you talking
Rise and
to
grind?
the audience or are
To
you?
you. Talking to you. This isn't a live episode.
Yeah. I think I remember skimming through it. I skimmed through it. I knew you would blather on about it all episode long, so I just skimmed through it and
I guess I'll
got
look
the
at it.
highlights.
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you need?
Yeah.
What do you want to say about it?
What do you want to say? I have something to say. All right.
Just spit it out already. Hustle.
There you go, I'll say it. Okay, so so pretty much sum it up. There's a lot of pressure out there to say you love your job. You know, like there's not much like office space kind of work. Like there's like, oh, my job fucking sucks. You know, I gotta go. You don't hear that. I don't hear that anymore. Do you hear that anymore? People don't really say, oh, I hate my job. You know.
I hear it. I don't know. I don't fully agree with the whole thing you got going on.
I guess there's my point is that there's a lot of pressure to work in a job you love, and kind of like the working culture today. You know, like, and if you don't work in a job you love, then it like you're wasting your time, kind of thing. And I don't know.
Okay.
Like I was thinking, like I felt this before with the marine biology job. You know, like I'd tell people, you know, that I liked it, and you know it was interesting. You know, I looked at little marine organisms under microscopes, but in reality it was the shittiest job I ever had. It was terrible. I hated it. but there was the pressure to feel like I was doing something cool. I guess my point is, it's cool to love your work nowadays.
Well, I mean, it's cool to love your work because if you love your work, if you genuinely love your work, then that's awesome. Yeah. So,
I think it's genuine. It's awesome. I'm just saying, I don't think this is a relatively new phenomena. Like, I mean, judging by the movies like Office Space or things like that, there wasn't as many people saying how they, or kind of broadcasted how much they love their work. And maybe it's with social media and stuff like that. You see more of it now, but that's my it's kind of like
I don't know, like I kind of skimmed through and listened to you. I only see that some of the times, that over the top kind of no days off, work hard, hustle, blah blah. I only see that really only probably for people that have started their own business or working towards starting their own business or something like that. I see that. But I don't really see that all over the place, but I don't really follow a whole lot of people on social media.
Yeah. You're a small town.
Yeah, it's a small town. Everyone loves the chilled out beach lifestyle.
Yeah, that's true.
So
I'm in Vancouver over here. Maybe I just feel it more because I'm in the big city,
Yeah, I mean, that might be it. It might be it because of the big city. I just don't see that. If you love your job genuinely, then that's great. Otherwise, no, don't take a nap or something, people.
Yeah, take a nap, people. Don't be afraid to sleep. I mean, when I see the stuff like you gotta work 120 hours a week and all that kind of shit. Like Elon Musk put some tweets out about he expects his employees to work, 100-hour weeks regularly. That's just too much. You can't be productive for that long. And I don't know. I just think there's this kind of subculture of people turning into work.
Yeah. It's one thing if you're Elon Musk and you're tweeting out hustle. It's another thing if you're Elon Musk's assistant and you're tweeting out hustle, no days off. Or if you're just doing this dumb little tedious tasks day in day out, and you're just.
The people I see posting that stuff, usually not the ones working hard, is what it is. And it's if you got, I don't know, you got people working up at the oil patch, they're working hard, they're not the guys posting this rise and grind kind of stuff. It's,
that's actually more the person I was thinking of.
Oh, you're thinking
because that's person? Within my kind of circle. That's what I see the most of anything, is people, which makes sense. They're just saying all that crap while they're on site, and then and then it's work hard, play hard, and then you're on shift work most of the time. So you're in, you work your 10, 12, 14-hour shifts or whatever, and then you're off, and then you just relax for a week or 2 weeks or whatever. And so that's, maybe I see a little bit of that, but I don't.
Yeah. I was thinking more the techies. Deal. The tech, the kind of, I don't know what to say, tech culture, startup culture, those kind of people, Silicon Valley kind of mindset. Even academic researchers, I see a lot of it, kind of workaholism like that. But I don't know. That's all I gotta say about that. Hustle if you want to, but don't feel
you're so sometimes I cook, only sometimes. And the most annoying thing is when you're looking at a recipe and you have to scroll through someone's entire life story in a blog before you get to the actual list of ingredients and instructions. First you get on the page and it's got this extravagant title. It's got six words to describe some lemon chicken, and then it's big beautiful picture. It's big, ugly paragraph talking about how you were raised and what school you went to. And then that repeats itself 6 or 7 times. And then it kind of walks you through how the food tastes. And that takes about 3 more pages. And then finally it's like, oh, and here on page 21 is the actual recipe. So if you just follow that, it will be great. So
it burns your bacon, huh?
It burns my bacon. Like, just cut the crap. I'm not here for your blog. I'm here just to get a good recipe and try it out. So
my favorite is when I see a picture of the blogger. You know, they like.
Oh yeah, that you see that all the time.
It's just you're so full of shit. Just fuck off and give me the recipe. You know.
Yeah. Like, I mean, I guess some people do kind of make a life out of this, especially like there's some famous bloggers or Insta famous bloggers and stuff like that you see, and they post all their recipes and crap. But like a lot of times it's just some random blog. It's just this random person. I just want the recipe. Just post your recipe. I don't have time.
That's why I don't use recipes.
I gotta work 24 hours a day. I don't have time to go through this recipe. I gotta be up hustling.
This has to rise and grind.
Rise and grinding, making that bacon. It's just frustrating. It's frustrating. It's like a little pet peeve. It doesn't actually block me that much. Like, it takes a couple seconds to scroll.
Yeah, but there's any bloggers out there,
I get beat red.
You could get a big advantage in the market by just not being as stupid as everyone else.
The blog that doesn't feed you crap. It just feeds you, the good stuff.
The recipe blog. Just don't put any of that other. I tried this on a summer evening. It was August the 23rd, and I had a red blanket that I put it on, and it really brought the family together.
It's okay to have a few little points, maybe a little 5-point list of maybe what pairs well with it, or whatever. But I don't need all this background story. I don't need you were struck by lightning and you had an epiphany and it made you make this recipe. I don't need that. I just need the food.
Just need the food.
Give me that food. So that's stupid. And a thing that's not stupid, I'll tell you. Eating your lunch at work, like late in the day, like way after everyone else is eating. Everyone else they're complete idiots.
Oh man,
they're
that's
sheep.
a power move.
And they're eating their lunch at 12. The clock goes 12. Everyone's all munching down on their grime. Meanwhile, I'm hustling, working through lunch, making that money, and I don't eat till 1, 2, maybe even 3 if I'm on a roll. And then next thing you know, you eat lunch, and next thing you know, it's time to go home. The day's over. So it just makes the day seem probably 2 hours long. 2 hours long. That's all I'm working every day. But I'm getting paid for 8 hours. 8 hours, people. I mean, that's a good tip for all you hustlers out there. Just eat your lunch late in the day, and the grind's going to be over.
Well, everyone notices it too. It's the thing around the office. Oh, where's Kurt today? He's not at the lunchroom. Oh, he's still working.
Yeah.
Oh man, that guy's working hard.
Guy's an animal. No, that's a good tip though. That's a good tip though, guys and girls.
Pro tips. Okay, is it time? Should we bring on the hunter himself?
The hunter himself. Yeah, I think we should bring in the hunter. Yeah. Let's do it.
Let's bring him on here.
Okay, everyone, we'll be back with what's his name? Keith Cook Carlson Ross.
Hold on to your butts. We'll take it from here. How does that sound?
Sounds good to me.
Okay, that's a lot better.
Yeah, so we're joined by Keith Cook Carlson Ross, the leader of the Vancouver Island Sasquatch Investigation Squad. Where are you joining us from today, Keith?
I'm at home. I'm on Vancouver Island in British Columbia, Canada.
Yeah.
In Gold River.
Oh, Gold River.
Yes. Small logging town.
Yeah. Good stuff. That's good.
So what is the Vancouver Island Sasquatch Investigation Squad? What's the goal? Just to find Sasquatch?
It's an information page more than anything else the way I kept it. If you want to find out this island Sasquatch, there's just lots of information and videos and stories, island stories.
Yeah, well, it's good to see. I've been a member since back in 2015, actually. So I've followed along the page for a couple of years. You guys are at over 3,500 members now. How did it all start? Have you gone squatching with anyone from that Facebook group? Has there been any success stories?
Last year, about 2 years now, the Bourbon. And I went out. He used to track humans in the USA at a boys' penalty station or camp, or called it. Those were young hunters. And they were late, and he used to go track them. So I became friends with him, and I went to an area where I've been mounting for about a year. I knew there was a Sasquatch up there.
Sorry, Keith, I think we're
we're
breaking up on you. We can.
Indonesia, that'd be hard to tell. That's a tough one.
Oh yeah, do you think it's because of Facebook? Has allowed for some better communication between the groups.
Just tracking the Sasquatch up there. That's one of the actual guys that does the tracking for humans. I actually brought him to the area, and whenever another gentleman actually saw a Sasquatch in that area. And
a lot of testing involved then, huh?
I don't think the desert would sustain. They need a drive.
Oh really? A lot of them, huh? They're okay in the desert then too.
What about you may have heard of the yeti or the abominable snowman? Maybe some call it in the Asian regions of the world. What do you think about that?
There's got to be something up there. I mean, there's stories, there's accounts, a footprint from what's that? The famous hiker.
Oh really?
Footprint that's back in the 50s, 60s, I guess it was. There's a really, I don't know if there was a documentary, there's a rich documentary on those 7 students that were killed, and there's a yeti or a bigfoot or something really. It's a Russian documentary.
7 students were killed?
There's something else now.
Wow.
Some places are nice, some places are Sasquatch will work apart, from my understanding. Out here, they're pretty tame. They'll study you and leave you alone.
Okay.
I've got loggers out here that have had entire the work had stopped because of the Sasquatch were whistling after the loggers would whistle for bring up log machine, the whistles out. They got this code,
during mating season.
The boom lines, the whistle, the boom line.
Fishing season.
They had to stop because the Sasquatch was whistling and the loggers. They stopped the operation because the Sasquatch was whistling so loud. There's stories about Sasquatch on the top and long pits. And loggers, they're driving, 5 in the morning. What was that across the road? Big stories. Hunters, loggers, natives, fishing all the time. Drinking season in the rivers. Something that either went over the place.
Wow, yeah, that's good, Keith. Yeah,
Keith, there's been a lot of children that have claimed to have seen the Sasquatch or have been rescued by Sasquatch. Have you heard a lot of these stories?
Old natives tell me stories when they were young boys that they would go hunting in camp, and a Sasquatch would come try to grab them out of camp when they were sleeping. There's a few that they say they'd grab, and not taken, but grab, something in the hand, come on, grab their foot, grab their arm and everything.
Yeah, that's interesting. I saw a story about it was 3-year-old Casey who was found by rescuers after 2 nights in the freezing cold of North Carolina. And he claimed that he hung out with a bear for 2 days. Did you see that? Did you see that story?
I did. As the story goes on from page to page, they're saying it's a Sasquatch. Sasquatch will hold eggs. In that up, I guess. Sasquatch will stay on 4 eggs. But I don't mind. I was right across the street.
They're saying it's the Sasquatch, yeah.
On the highway. Went across in front of him. And 10:30 nights. And he's a blur. It's just scared him. You can't keep the fear of Sasquatch and then get testimony the next day from it. He still had fear in his books, and I got the recording of him talking about what he saw. And it's a fear. You can't fake that fear. You see a Sasquatch.
Yeah, they hang around rivers.
You're scared. So did I really see that they really exist?
That's good.
Hey, Keith, I think we're out of questions. Ryan, are you out of questions?
I'm out of questions.
We don't want to take away too much of your time, so we're hoping to wrap this thing up if that's okay with you. You've been a great help to us and a great guest on our show tonight. Any parting words for us or any Sasquatch believers out there?
The ocean is a really big food source for them out here. You got to go to the bush forest. There's the only way to get evidence. You got to get out there. You got to hit the forest and the same area for a year. You'll learn the Sasquatch and what they're doing.
Right on. Well, Keith, thank you for coming on our show tonight. That was awesome. That was very informative. Best of luck in your investigation. Yeah, so we just finished up with Keith. We just said goodbye. We haven't listened to any of what actually came out, but from what it sounded like during the recording,
couldn't we get much, could we?
It was. I could not understand a damn thing. I'm hoping it turns out a little bit better.
I mean, he seemed like a really nice guy. You know, he take the time to come on the podcast with some strangers here, but I was losing it at the beginning there. Just when
what?
it was so inaudible that, like,
didn't he had a few good words in, and then all of a sudden like
Brad
Brad fishing, or what did he say? He said fishing.
There's rivers with a young boy. 250 on Vancouver Island.
Yeah,
those were the important stats that we got from him.
Yeah, that was very interesting. We're sorry to all our listeners it wasn't clear, but maybe this will be fun. We'll see what it comes out like, and
it's too bad. I feel like there were some insights that were lost there.
We're just kind of nodding along, and yeah, right on. He had a lot to say, though.
He did have a lot to say. Whenever you came on and just said like like that, like kind of like to get the conversation going. I was so close.
I have no idea what he's saying. So every so often I've got to make a noise or something, especially when I'm asking the questions. Yeah. All right, right on. Yeah,
like we had no idea if that was the end of his natural response. Like I thought I'd watched the sine waves on his voice recording, but I couldn't. I was I wait for a gap and be like, okay, and kind of wait. Oh
yeah, I was ready to jump in so many times, and then there'd be a little gap, and then he'd continue on talking. I still didn't know what he was saying. Yeah, that was something, guys.
This is Keith. Oh man, we should have asked for it. This is a Keith Cook Carlson Ross. You listen to the Patio Lounge,
but it would have just been like and the Patio Loungers podcast.
Oh man.
I don't know. It could be an all-time classic.
It could be. It could be.
I mean, maybe we'll get him on in the future.
Hopefully we can get him on again. And I don't know if it's the internet connection or the headset. The headset he tried on before the show did not help.
The browser, was it my fault? Did I do something wrong?
We might have done something wrong.
But, I mean, yeah. Very nice guy, though. What can I say? Wish him the best. So
thank you, Keith.
Thanks, Keith. Thanks for coming on.
We appreciate it.
One day at midnight, the sun was so bright, the moon had no light, but I could see this big old Sasquatch. Said he was top-notch at playing hopscotch way up in a tree. So I bet my wristwatch that big old Sasquatch could never play hopscotch way up in a tree. Now there's a Sasquatch up in a tree crotch. He's got my wristwatch and he's laughing at me.